que hoy vamos a continuar con la serie que le hemos titulado Conquista.
And today we're going to continue with that series
A ver, ¿cuántos de
Conquest.
ustedes están listos para la conquista?
So how many of you are ready for the
Para que
conquest?
conquiste sus sueños.
So that you're able to conquer
Si
your
esas metas
dreams.
que se puso el año pasado, usted quizás las vio un poquito opacadas en todo este tiempo, bueno, es el momento de levantarnos y decir, vamos a seguir luchando, vamos a seguir peleando para alcanzar esos sueños.
So this is the time for you to say, yes, those dreams went away, they slipped away, but this is the time to regain them and take possession of
Que
them.
posiblemente no sea muy fácil las batallas que vamos a tener, pero Dios está siempre con nosotros.
The battles will not be as easy as we think, but God will always be with
Y
us.
eso es lo que nos habla el libro de Josué. El libro de Josué tiene unas maravillosas historias y aprendemos de esas historias.
And the book of Joshua has wonderful stories, and we're going to be learning of those
Y
stories.
lo importante cuando nosotros aprendemos de esas historias es que nosotros podamos aplicar esos principios a nuestra vida.
And the important thing is that we're able to gather that information and apply those principles to our daily
Así
life.
que si usted aplica los principios que va encontrando en las historias de la palabra de Dios, estoy seguro que algo bueno y muy maravilloso usted puede experimentar.
And I'm sure that if you're able to go ahead and find and follow those principles, you're going to be able to experiment something so marvelous.
Así que hoy vamos a aprender de esta historia. Esta historia es un poco diferente.
So today we're going to learn of this story. It's a little quite different.
Es la historia de cuando el pueblo de Israel fue derrotado.
And this is the story when the people of Israel were defeated.
Y hoy vamos a aprender qué fue lo que los llevó a que ellos sufrieran esa derrota contra la ciudad que fueron a conquistar o atacar.
So what was it that caused this defeat? What was it that they learned, the people of Israel, during this time?
Así que hoy les quiero hablar acerca de la derrota de Israel en Ai.
So today we're going to talk about the defeat of the people of Israel in Ai.
Y quiero leer para usted algunos versículos de la Biblia que se encuentran en el capítulo número 7, versículo 3 en adelante.
So I'd like to go ahead and read the book of Joshua chapter 7 and continue in verse 2 and 3.
Bueno, comenzaré en el 2
Let's go ahead and start at 2.
y dice de la manera siguiente.
And it reads,
Después Josué envió hombres desde Jericó a Ai, que estaba junto a Bet-Abem, hacia el oriente de Betel, y les habló diciendo, subid y reconoced la tierra. Y ellos subieron y reconocieron a Ai, y volviendo a Josué, le dijeron, no suba todo el pueblo, sino suban como 2,000 o 3,000 hombres, y tomarán a Ai. No fatigues a todo el pueblo yendo allí, porque son pocos.
Now Joshua sent a man from Jericho to Ai, which is near Beth-aven and east of Bethel, and told him, go up and spy out the region. So the man went up and spied Ai. When they returned to Joshua, they said, not all the army will need to have to go against Ai. Send 2,000 or 3,000 men, and they will take it, and they will need to worry the rest of the army or make everyone else tired.
La derrota de Israel frente a los habitantes de la ciudad de Ai.
The defeat of the people of Israel when they were facing the people of Ai.
La victoria de Jericó había sido para Israel como o de mucho entusiasmo, les había dado mucho ánimo.
So the victory they had of Jericho had given them so much abilities, and they were so enthusiastic about that win.
Y de eso estábamos hablando el domingo pasado, de la conquista que tiene el pueblo de Israel frente a las personas o al frente a los habitantes de Jericó.
And that's exactly what we talked about last Sunday, of the victory and the conquest and how it was all about the city of Jericho.
Y decíamos que esa ciudad de Jericó era una ciudad pequeña, pero también era una ciudad muy fuerte militarmente hablando.
So we said that the city of Jericho was a little bit small, but in army-wise and military, it was quite fortified.
Y por eso era muy importante para los israelitas conquistar esa ciudad.
And that's why it was so important for the people of Israel to be able to conquer that city.
Porque si ellos lograban conquistar Jericó, se les iba a hacer fácil conquistar las demás ciudades.
So if it was going to be easy for them to conquer Jericho, then the rest of the city would be the same,
Así
easy.
que ahí en Jericó ellos obtuvieron una tremenda victoria.
So in Jericho, they were able to obtain a tremendous victory.
Y eso les dio ánimos a los israelitas para seguir en la conquista.
And that went ahead and brought all of the Israelites to be able to feel that hunger and to be able to feel so good.
Podemos decir que los israelitas estaban imparables,
We could say that the Israelites were quite unstoppable.
pero algo pasó en la siguiente ciudad.
But something happened in the next city.
Nosotros encontramos ahí en esa historia, comenzando en el capítulo 7,
So we find there starting on chapter 7
que Josué ordenó a los israelitas que no tocaran del anatema de la ciudad de Jericó,
So then we see here that Joshua made them and told them, please do not take anything that's cursed from the city of Ai.
o sea, que no tomaran nada de aquello que pertenecía para o que era ocupado para la adoración a los ídolos que tenían los de Jericó.
So do not take anything that they have served or they have put to be able to be surrendered to the idols.
Porque esas cosas estaban asociadas con la adoración demoníaca.
Because those things were in association with diabolic praising.
Y eran prácticas muy comunes dentro de los cananeos.
And it was quite a very practice that the people from Canaan did all the time.
Y Josué le dijo al pueblo, tengan cuidado, no vayan a tocar nada del anatema, o sea, de esas cosas que son separadas para la adoración.
So then Joshua was so emphatic when he told them, please remember, don't touch anything that has been cursed, anything that has been surrendered.
Pero dentro del ejército de Israel había un hombre,
But amongst the people of Israel, the army, there was a man.
su nombre Acán.
There was a man by the name of Achan.
Él tomó del anatema de Jericó
So he went ahead and got something that was cursed.
y el resultado fue
And the result of that was
que la ira del Señor se encendió contra todos los hijos de Israel.
that the fury and anger of God was raised against the people of Israel and all their children.
Lo que un solo hombre tocó trajo consecuencias negativas para toda la nación de Israel.
So what one person went ahead and touched brought great consequences for the whole generation of Israel.
Y eso lo tremendo cuando una persona toca algo que no debería de tocar, que es prohibido tocarlo, trae consecuencias a muchos.
So then that's the true fact. When somebody touches something that is cursed, that you're not supposed to touch, it brings consequences to everyone.
Esas fueron las órdenes que le dio Josué a sus hombres.
So those were the orders that Joshua gave to his men.
Pero si avanzamos en la historia de aquí que nos presenta el capítulo 7 del libro de Josué,
But if we go ahead and advance here on the story that is shared in the book of Joshua chapter 7,
encontramos que Josué envió a 2 hombres a que fueran a inspeccionar la tierra de Ai.
then we see here that he went ahead and sent 2 men to go ahead and inspect the territory of Ai.
Y cuando ellos regresaron, aconsejaron a Josué
And when he went ahead and they returned, they went ahead and advised
y
Joshua.
le dijeron, "Pues, no te preocupes, Josué, no tienes que mandar a todo el ejército para conquistar esa ciudad.
And they said, Joshua, you don't need to worry. You don't need to send a whole group of people to be able to conquer Ai.
Basta que solamente envíes a unos 2,000 o a unos 3,000 y la vas a conquistar fácilmente."
Oh, no, it's so easy. How about if you just send 2,000 or 3,000 men, then the conquest of Ai will be very easy.
Esa ciudad tiene muy pocos hombres,
That city really has very few men.
así que no necesitas enviar a todo el ejército, envía unos pocos y nada más y deja descansar los otros.
So do not send all of the army. Just go ahead and send some of them and let the rest rest.
Así que Josué envió 3,000 hombres de Israel para que fueran y tomaran la ciudad de Ai.
So then, in effect, Joshua only sent a group of men to be able to conquer the city of Ai.
En el versículo 4 y el versículo 5 dice de la manera siguiente:
In verse 5, 4 and 5 reads,
y subieron allá del pueblo como 3,000 hombres, de los cuales huyeron de los de Ai.
So about 3,000 went up. They were rooted from the man that went ahead and fled from Ai.
¿Que no era fácil conquistar a los de Ai?
Well, wasn't it easy that they were going to go ahead and conquer this country?
¿Qué había sucedido?
So then what did actually happen in that
¿Qué
moment?
había pasado?
So what happened?
Y nos sigue diciendo la Biblia,
And then the Bible continues to say to us,
y los de Ai hirieron de ellos como 36 hombres y los siguieron desde la puerta de Sebarín y los mataron en una bajada, porque lo que se disolvió, dice, el corazón del pueblo y vino a ser como agua.
they were rooted out by the men of Ai, who killed about 36 of them. They chased the Israelites from the city gate as far as the stone quarries and struck them down in the slopes. And the hearts of the people melted in fear and became like water.
Se pensaba que esta ciudad era una ciudad muy fácil de conquistar,
It was thought that this city was going to be so easy to be able to conquer.
pero el resultado fue que en esa batalla que tuvieron con estas personas murieron 36 hombres del ejército de Israel.
But the true fact was that in this battle, they lost 36 men.
El número era muy relativamente pequeño con respecto a la estrategia militar que tenía el pueblo de Israel.
So the fact of the few men that went ahead and died was very little into the regards of how the people Israel were going to go ahead and work.
Es decir, no murió gran cantidad de personas,
To the fact that not a lot of people died, parts of the people that belonged to the army.
pero lo que significaba esta derrota para Israel era insólito.
But what the true meaning and significance of this defeat was meant for the people of Israel, that was really strong.
Eso significaba que todo Israel podía ser derrotado,
This meant that the whole Israel could be able to be defeated.
porque la derrota de Ai mostró lo siguiente:
Because the defeat of Ai showed the next things.
lo que importa no es la fuerza del oponente,
Because it really doesn't matter how strong your opponent is,
sino la ayuda de Dios.
but truly the help of God
O
for
sea,
you.
no importa con qué enemigo nosotros nos enfrentemos, si es fuerte, si es débil,
So it doesn't matter your enemy, if your enemy is strong or weak.
pero si no tenemos la ayuda de Dios,
But if we do not have the help of
por
God,
muy débil que sea nuestro oponente, podemos perder esas batallas.
because it doesn't matter how strong your opponent is, we could go ahead and lose that battle.
Porque sin la ayuda de Dios,
Because without God's help,
todo estaba perdido para Israel.
so then everything was lost for the people of Israel.
El corazón del pueblo, dice la Biblia, desfalleció
The Bible says that the hearts of the people went weary.
y vino a ser como agua.
And it says that it became like water.
Es decir, estaban desanimados, estaban acongojados, estaban atribulados.
So they had melted in fear. They were very, very stressed out. They were scared.
Y Israel tenía una buena razón para tener miedo.
So then Israel had a great reason why to be fearful.
Su pánico era completamente lógico,
So their panic was totally logic.
porque si Dios no peleaba por ellos,
Because if God was not fighting for them,
no podían esperar más que una derrota.
they could not wait for nothing else but a great defeat.
Y en medio de todo esto, Josué se va delante del Señor,
And in the midst of all this, Joshua goes before the Lord
porque estaban viviendo una tremenda crisis.
because they were living through a great
A ver,
crisis.
pongámonos un poquito en perspectiva. Estaban ellos como desanimados como para poder llevar a cabo las otras conquistas.
So now they were discouraged. They did not have the desire to be able to fulfill the rest of the conquest.
Porque un puñado de hombres había derrotado a aquel ejército que había unos días anteriores conquistado una ciudad muy fuerte.
Because a very few men had gone and destroyed and down the people of Israel, and now they were scared.
Así que estaban en una tremenda crisis y Josué va delante del Señor.
So now they're in the midst of a great crisis. So Joshua now goes before the Lord.
Y la Biblia dice que Josué rompió sus vestidos.
So the Bible says that Joshua tore his dress.
Rasgar sus vestidos
So to be able to go ahead and tear your robe.
y poner en su cabeza polvo,
So now he tore his clothing, and to be able to put ash in his face,
era una señal de un gran luto.
it was a fact to show that there was a great desperation and sadness.
Josué no solamente estaba de luto por la muerte de los 36 de sus soldados,
Not only was Joshua suffering because he had lost 36 of his men,
más que eso,
but more than that,
están de luto
but now he is sad.
porque habían perdido la dirección de Dios.
Now he was in mourning because they had lost God's direction.
Están tristes porque habían perdido la protección del Dios que los había sacado de Egipto.
They were sad because now they had lost the protection of that God that had taken them out of Egypt.
Ellos ya no tenían más la guianza de ese Dios poderoso que había hecho que las murallas de Jericó cayeran.
They no longer had the guidance of the great God that made the walls of Jericho fall.
Y Josué va delante del Señor.
So then now Joshua comes before the Lord.
Y lo que Josué hace aquí en esta es más un reclamo que tiene para Dios.
So what Joshua is trying to do now, it's more of a complaint that he has against God.
Él exclamó y dijo, Señor Jehová,
So he shouted out, he said, "Oh, my Lord,
¿por qué hiciste pasar a este pueblo el Jordán?"
so why did you bring these people across the Jordan River?"
Como queriendo decir, Señor, ¿por qué nos empujaste a ir a la conquista?
So why did you push us to be able to go to the conquest?
¿Por qué razón nos llevaste a que cruzáramos el Jordán?
So why did you take us to the place to be able to cross the Jordan River?
Para Josué y los ancianos de Israel,
So for Joshua and all of the elders of Israel,
esta derrota era una calamidad nacional.
this was a true national calamity to be able to have this defeat.
La derrota que ellos habían enfrentado frente a los de Ai, para ellos representaba algo muy grande.
So the defeat that they had against Ai was such a big event for them.
En el sentido de que Dios había dejado de estar con ellos.
In the sense that now God was separated from them.
Y Josué le echaba la culpa a Dios.
And now Joshua was complaining and blaming God.
Ellos habían perdido la calma por lo que había pasado.
So now they had lost their calm because of what had happened.
Así que ellos no aceptan la derrota que habían sufrido contra los de Ai.
So now they do not accept the defeat that they had against the people of Ai.
Para ellos no había una mentalidad de gana poco, pierde unos cuantos.
There wasn't such a thing as, oh, lose some and gain a little.
Sabes que hay esa filosofía. No importa si mueren unos poquitos, pero vamos a ganar un poquito más.
You know, we have the philosophy that exists, oh, we're going to lose a couple people, but it doesn't matter, we're going to gain some
No
little bit.
importa si mueren algunos 10, pero lo que vamos a ganar pues va a ser algo significante.
Well, you know, it doesn't matter if we lose 10 people, we're going to go ahead and gain a bigger
El
reward.
pueblo de Israel, juntamente con sus líderes, Josué, no aceptaban esta forma de pensar.
So Joshua, together with their leaders, did not accept this way of thinking.
Ellos saben que cada batalla contaba para ellos.
They knew that every battle was counting for them.
Cada batalla que ellos lograran ganar para ellos era muy importante.
They knew that every battle that they won was so important for them.
Así que también para ellos era muy importante conocer la razón por la cual habían perdido.
So it was so important for them to be able to know the reason why they had lost.
Siempre hay una razón por la cual nosotros perdemos batallas.
There's always a reason why we lose a battle.
Siempre hay razón por qué nosotros muchas veces perdemos ciertas cosas.
There's always a reason why we lose a couple of things.
Así estaba ocurriendo en el pueblo y en la mente de Josué,
So this is exactly what was happening in the people of Israel and in the mind of Joshua.
pensando, las cosas no pasan simplemente porque tienen que pasar,
So no, things don't just happen because they are happening.
pasan por una razón,
They're happening because there must exist a certain reason.
pasan porque hay un motivo.
There is a motive.
Y Josué dice,
So then Joshua says,
ojalá nos hubiéramos quedado al otro lado del Jordán.
he said, I would have been best if we would have all stayed on the other side of the Jordan.
Josué sabe que si la mano de Dios no está con ellos,
Joshua knows that if the hand of God isn't with them,
él sabe que si la guianza de Dios no está con el pueblo de Israel,
he knows that if the guidance of God is not with the people of Israel,
hubiese sido mejor quedarse al otro lado del río.
then it would have been best to stay on the other side of the river.
No era necesario ir a la tierra prometida si ellos perdían esa guianza de parte de Dios.
It was not necessary to go ahead and lose this or to cross over the river if they were going to be defeated.
Y esto demostraba el gran interés que tenía Josué porque para que la presencia de Dios fuera con ellos.
So this really showed the desperation and the great need that Joshua recognized of having the presence of God with them.
Era la garantía de ganar todas las batallas.
This was the guarantee to be able to win all of the battles.
Pero aquí estaban en un grave problema.
But now they're in the midst of a great problem.
Y Josué está como reclamándole a Dios, diciendo, Dios, tú fallaste, tú no fuiste fiel con nosotros.
So now Joshua is complaining, he's shouting, he's saying, Lord, you didn't follow through, you weren't with us.
No, Señor, aquí tú nos has fallado. Mira, mejor nos hubiéramos quedado. No nos hubieras traído a cruzar este río.
No, Father, you failed us. You shouldn't have never brought us to this side of the Jordan River.
Esas son las palabras que está pronunciando Josué delante de Dios.
So these are the words that Joshua is pronouncing before the Lord.
Imaginémonos la escena, cómo estaría Josué con su vestidura rasgada, lleno de tierra en su cabeza.
So can you imagine Joshua, he's torn his robe and now he has dust all over his head.
Gritándole al Señor, diciéndole, mira Señor, ¿por qué nos has traído hasta esta tierra? Aquí nos van a matar. Lo que ha sucedido es porque tú has dejado de ser fiel con nosotros.
So now he's shouting to the Lord saying, Lord, what have you done? Why did you bring us here? Now we don't have your protection. They're going to kill us.
Señor, ¿por qué nos has fallado?
Lord, why have you failed us?
A veces así, algunas personas se comportan cuando las cosas no van bien, comienzan a echarle la culpa a Dios.
You know what? Sometimes things don't turn out well. People start to blame God and start to talk to God in that way.
Algunos hasta se alejan de Dios porque dicen, no, Dios no me respondió, Dios no me ayudó en el momento que yo necesitaba la
And
ayuda.
some people even leave God behind and say, no, I can't be with God right now. There's things that he didn't do and he has left me aside. So they go ahead and leave God behind.
Hay otros que acusan a Dios diciendo, Dios, tú me prometiste, pero nada se ha cumplido en mi vida. Ya han pasado tantos años y yo todavía esperando.
And then some people will go ahead and accuse God and say, God, you didn't do this, you didn't do that for me. And then they start to accuse God and tell him so much time has passed and you have not fulfilled your promise.
Asimismo podemos encontrar a Josué en este cuadro,
This is the same way that we can find Joshua right in this point of his life.
quejándose delante de Dios por la derrota que había ocurrido en la ciudad de Ai.
Complaining with God because of the defeat that they had against the people of Ai.
Pero en los versículos que siguen, la Biblia nos dice lo siguiente.
But in the verses that continue, the Bible tells us.
Y Jehová dijo a Josué,
And then it says that Jehovah, the Lord said to Joshua,
levántate,
he said, stand up.
¿por qué te postras así sobre tu rostro?
So why are you down on your face?
Y le dice,
And then he says to him,
Israel ha pecado.
Israel has sinned.
No has sido tú.
You have not sinned.
No he fallado yo, dice Dios.
And then the Lord says, I have not failed.
Israel,
He says, Israel.
un solo hombre había tomado el anatema.
So one man had taken something that was prohibited and cursed.
Pero Dios le dice a Josué, Israel pecó.
And then he goes ahead and the Lord tells Joshua, Israel has sinned.
Pero dice más.
But then it says some more.
No solamente aquel hombre había tomado del anatema de Jericó,
But not only had he taken what was cursed from Jericho,
Dios le dice, y aún han quebrantado mi pacto que yo les mandé.
in verse 11 says, Israel has sinned and they have violated my covenant that I had commanded them to keep.
¿Cuándo se dio este pacto que Dios hace con el pueblo de Israel?
So when was this covenant given to the people of Israel?
Cuando ellos salieron de Egipto y llegaron al desierto.
When they went ahead and left Egypt and got to the desert.
Ahí Dios hizo un pacto con la nación de Israel.
So then the Lord went ahead and did a covenant with the people of Israel.
Y en ese pacto estaba establecido que Dios iba a defender a Israel de sus enemigos.
And in there it said that the Lord was going to defend Israel against his enemies.
Pero el pueblo de Israel en esos 40 años en el desierto lo que hicieron fue romper ese pacto que habían hecho con Dios.
But in those 40 years that they were there, they had ripped and torn apart the covenant that the Lord had made with them.
Y aquí estaban hoy los resultados.
And now here are the results of
Un
that.
pueblo muy insignificante los había derrotado
A people that were so insignificant, the people I had defeated, the people of Israel,
porque se habían apartado del pacto.
because they had separated themselves from the covenant.
Aparte de eso, había un hombre dentro del ejército de Israel que había tomado algo que no le pertenecía.
Besides that, there was a man from the army that had taken something that did not belong to him.
Y lo había escondido en su tienda.
And he had hidden this underneath his tent.
Y por esa razón Dios se había apartado del pueblo de Israel.
And that is the reason why God had separated himself from the people of Israel.
Cuando en nuestra vida hay cosas que a Dios no le agradan,
When in our lives there's things that God is not pleased with,
Dios se aparta, Dios nos deja y por la pura misericordia de Dios muchas veces nos protege.
and then the Lord separates from us because we have done something that he doesn't please. And just because pure mercy, he tends to protect us.
Pero si nosotros persistimos en esa desobediencia contra Dios,
But if we persist in the constant disobedience against God,
también la Biblia nos dice que Dios nos puede soltar.
and the Bible also teaches us that then the Lord will let us go.
Es decir, nos retira su protección.
It is to say that the Lord will remove his protection from
Así que
us.
Dios con el pueblo de Israel le retiró esa protección.
So then the people of Israel experimented God taking back his protection.
¿Por qué?
Why?
Porque habían pecado
Because they had sinned.
y aún habían quebrantado el pacto que Dios les había mandado.
And they had even gotten away with getting rid of the covenant that God had given to them.
No solamente habían pecado,
Not only had they sinned,
no solamente habían roto el pacto,
not only had they torn apart the covenant, broke it,
también habían tomado del anatema.
but they had also taken something that was cursed.
Y no solamente eso,
And not only that,
hasta han hurtado, han robado.
no, now they have even stolen, they have taken something that doesn't belong to them.
Y no solamente eso,
And not only that,
han mentido.
they have lied
Ah,
about
no,
it.
pastor, una pequeña mentirita insignificante más es blanca, pastor.
No, Pastor, a small lie. No, it's even a whitish lie.
No, no va a pasar nada.
No, nothing's going to happen,
Es
Pastor.
una pequeña mentira.
No, Pastor, it's a very
Cuidado.
small white lie. Careful.
Tengamos mucho cuidado.
Be very careful.
Que una pequeña mentira puede ser nuestra derrota.
That a very small lie could be your big defeat.
Puede ser esas cosas que no nos permiten avanzar en la vida
It could be those things that really do not allow us to advance in our personal life.
y que no nos permiten conquistar esos sueños que tenemos en el corazón.
And those things that don't allow us to continue to follow our dreams and to acquire and achieve our goals.
Pero para el pueblo de Israel todavía hay más.
But for the people of Israel, there's still some more.
Dice, y aún lo han guardado entre sus enseres.
And what they have stolen, they have taken and put it away amongst their own private possessions.
Pregunto,
So then I ask,
¿qué habremos guardado que le pertenece al Señor?
So what ha-
Pregunto.
So I ask, what have we put away that really belongs to God?
Pregunto.
I'm only asking, what have you hidden?
Porque eso es lo que había hecho el pueblo de Israel.
Because that's exactly what the people of Israel have
Habían
done.
mentido,
They had lied,
habían robado,
they had stolen,
habían tomado del anatema,
they had taken something that was prohibited or cursed,
habían roto el pacto con Dios,
they had broken down the covenant with God,
habían pecado
they had sinned,
y fueron derrotados.
and now they were defeated.
Fueron derrotados
And now they were defeated
por un pueblo insignificante.
for a group of people so
Es
insignificant.
decir, las pequeñas cosas que nosotros miramos, no, esta gripita no me va a hacer nada, cuidado.
No, those very small things. They say, oh no, this small cold, it's not going to do anything to my body.
Algunos se asustaron, ya pasó.
And then some of you are saying,
No,
Pastor,
no,
what is-
tranquilo, no, estoy
no, no.
enseñándole aquí un principio.
No, I'm just trying to teach you a principle. Calm, relax.
Tampoco no estoy acusando a nadie.
I'm also here not accusing anyone.
No estoy señalando ni juzgando mucho menos a nadie. Estoy enseñando lo que la palabra de Dios me enseña.
So I'm not judging and I'm not pointing out anybody. I'm just teaching what the Bible teaches us
¿Y
today.
qué dijimos al inicio?
And what did we say at the beginning
De
of the
las
service?
historias de la Biblia nosotros aprendemos principios,
Of the stories of the Bible, we are going to go ahead and learn principles.
pero si solamente aprendemos esos principios
But if we only go ahead and learn those principles,
y no los ponemos en práctica, y entonces es un problema.
and then we do not go ahead and put them into practice, then we have a big problem.
O sea, para que tenga resultado,
So that you are able to have results,
para que nosotros conquistemos los imposibles
so that we're able to conquer the impossible,
o nuestros sueños
all of our dreams,
o nuestras metas, como usted le quiera llamar.
your dreams, your goals, whatever you want to go ahead and call that.
Es importante de que nosotros apliquemos principios
It is important that we go ahead and apply
y
principles,
especialmente si nosotros aplicamos principios espirituales a nuestra vida.
especially if we are going to go ahead and apply spiritual principles to our life.
Usted sabe que todo en la vida funciona con principios.
You know that everything in our life works with principles, correct?
Por ejemplo, usted se sube a una torre de unos 50 metros
You know, if you go up a tower at about 50 meters
y se lanza de esa torre,
and you go ahead and throw yourself from that tower,
¿qué cree que le puede ocurrir?
what do you think that's actually going to happen to you?
¿Que va a salir flotando, volando como las aves?
Do you think that you're going to fly around, you're going to float like the birds?
Posiblemente no.
Possibly not.
Así que no lo intente.
So please don't test that out and don't do that.
Pero se violó un principio de gravedad.
But now there was a great violation that had happened.
Y al violar ese principio, esa ley,
So
hay un
now-
resultado negativo.
That they have violated the principle, the law. Now there's a result.
Igualmente, cuando nosotros violamos principios espirituales,
So in the same way, when we go ahead and violate biblical principles,
hay resultados negativos.
so then there's going to be negative results
Y
for us.
eso es lo que habían hecho los israelitas.
And this is exactly what the Israelites have done.
Habían violado esos principios que Dios les había establecido.
So they have violated those principles that God had established for them.
Pero en medio de todo esto,
But in the midst of all this,
las buenas noticias
so then the good news
son que Dios no ha fallado a Israel.
that the Lord has not failed Israel.
Es decir,
It is to say,
somos nosotros los que fallamos, no Dios.
we are the ones who fail. God doesn't fail us.
Y por lo tanto, Dios no es el culpable.
So then God is not the one who's guilty.
¿Quién es el culpable entonces?
So then who's the one that's guilty?
En esta historia es Israel.
So in this story, Israel's the guilty one.
¿Y en la nuestra?
And in our story,
¿Quién es el culpable?
who is the guilty party?
Ahí averigüe usted.
So you need to go ahead and find out. That's your task.
Pero en esta historia es Israel el culpable.
But in this story, Israel's the one that's guilty.
No Dios como Josué estaba pensando.
Not God, like Joshua was thinking it could have been.
Pero las malas noticias
But then the bad news,
eran que esta derrota
it was that this defeat,
se debió al pecado de Israel.
it was because of the sin of Israel.
Eso, y por esa razón Dios le dice a Josué,
And that is the reason why God tells Joshua.
levántate, ¿qué haces ahí?
He says, come on, get up, Joshua. What are you doing face down?
¿qué haces postrado ahí, Josué?
Joshua, what are you doing there face down?
La nación fue la culpable, no tú.
It says, Joshua, the nation was the guilty one, not you.
No los 30 hombres que murieron, 36 hombres que murieron.
Not the 36 men that died. No, they weren't guilty.
No fueron los culpables ellos.
They were not the guilty ones.
O sea, por el error de uno,
But because of the mistake of one person,
hay otros que pagan, como decimos por ahí, los platos rotos.
there's others are going to pay the consequences because of that mistake.
Hay que tener mucho cuidado en nuestra vida.
So you need to be very careful with your personal life.
Porque el error de alguien de la familia puede traer destrucción a toda la familia.
Because the mistake of one person of your family can bring destruction to your family.
Por el pecado de alguien en la familia puede también causar cosas negativas en otros de la familia.
Because of the sin of one person, negative things can happen to the whole family.
Solamente un hombre había pecado en este caso,
Only one man had sinned in this particular event,
pero la nación entera era culpable.
but the whole entire nation was held to be guilty for that.
Todo por el pecado de un hombre y su familia.
Just because of the sin of one man and his family.
Porque mire, los hijos de Acán,
Because the sons of Achan,
me imagino yo que sabían que su padre había traído algo de Jericó.
I can imagine that they knew that their father had brought something from Jericho.
El manto babilónico que había encontrado allá lo trajo a su casa, lo escondió y su familia no se iba a dar cuenta
So
que lo tenía ahí.
a precious robe that was from Jericho, he brought it and he hid it in his house. Do you really think the family didn't know?
Y Dios les dice, y también han tomado del anatema
And he says, and you have also taken something that has been cursed and prohibited.
y hasta han hurtado,
And you have even stolen.
o sea, han robado,
In other words, you have taken, you have robbed,
han mentido,
you have lied,
pecaron
you have sinned.
y ahora no tienen poder contra sus enemigos.
And now you do not have power against your enemies.
Israel no podía pelear sus batallas
So Israel cannot fight his battles anymore
porque sería derrotado.
because now they will be defeated.
Ellos ya no podían ganarle a otro pueblo,
Now they could no longer win a battle against other people
al menos
unless
que caminaran en obediencia a Dios.
if they walked in obedience with God.
Y le dice, Dios,
So then God says to them,
no podrás hacer frente a tus enemigos
you will not be able to face your enemies
hasta que hayáis quitado el anatema de en medio de vosotros.
until you have removed the cursed items amongst you.
Cuando Dios trata con un área en particular de nuestra vida,
When the Lord deals or works with a particular area in our life,
especialmente si es algo que tiene que ver con el pecado,
especially if it's something that has to do with sin,
y nos resistimos a reconocer esa falta delante de Dios,
and we go ahead and resist to accept that we have sinned, that we have failed,
eso nos hace candidatos para perder las batallas.
then that makes us a clear candidate to be able to lose our battles.
Pero que cuánto mejor es caminar en obediencia con Dios
But how best it is to walk in obedience with God
que vivir en pecado.
than to be able to live in sin.
Porque cuando nosotros caminamos en obediencia con Dios, tenemos aseguradas nuestras batallas.
Because when we walk in obedience with God, then our battles we have for sure
Que
to
no,
win.
que no van a ser fáciles, sí, porque hemos enfrentado batallas que han sido muy duras,
Yes, that's the fact because we have faced battles that have been so hard.
pero las tenemos aseguradas.
But now we have them all reassured.
Porque Dios nos guarda, Dios nos protege.
Because God protects us, God is guiding us.
Pero acordémonos, hay que caminar en obediencia con Dios.
But please remember, you must walk in obedience to God.
Escuche bien lo que le voy a decir.
Please listen carefully to what I'm about to say to you.
El pecado tiene sus placeres.
So then the sin has its clear pleasures.
Porque si el pecado no tuviera placeres, la gente no pecara.
Because let me tell you, if sin was not pleasurable, people would not sin.
Yo tenía un amigo que decía, el pecado es sabroso.
I had a friend that used to say to me, sin is pleasurable, delicious.
Por ejemplo, alguien que le guste hacer cosas en contra de la voluntad de Dios va a sentir deleite haciéndolas.
You know, people that like to do things against God's will are going to feel so favorable and so pleasant when they do those things against God.
¿O acaso no es así?
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Yo preguntar a aquellos que en un tiempo atrás les gustó tomar demasiado,
I would ask those people that sometime in the past you'd love to drink a lot.
además, le pregunto, ¿por qué tomaba?
So I will ask you, why did you drink?
Porque lo obligaban a tomar.
Because they obligated you to drink?
No,
No.
no le obligaban a tomar. Es más, usted invitaba a los amigos.
No, nobody obligated you to drink. You were the one who invited your friends to drink.
Tomaba porque le sentía sabor a lo que hacía.
You drank because you felt flavor to what you drink.
Y decía, hoy vamos a tener fiesta, y se ponía contento cuando llegaba el fin de semana.
You say, no, the weekend's coming, we're going to party, and you were so happy because of that.
Y se iba a la tienda y compraba sus botellas y estaba feliz y ponía música y bailaba.
And you would go ahead and
Ahora sí.
buy your liquor and put music, and you would go ahead and dance, and you were happy because you were sinning.
Es porque el pecado tiene sus placeres.
Because sin has its pleasure and delight.
El pecado oculto
So then the sin that is hidden
siempre tiene un poder especial sobre nosotros.
will always have a special power upon us.
Y debemos de renunciar a ese tipo de pecado.
And we need to be able to go ahead and set aside and throw out that sin.
Las cosas que hemos escondido.
The things that we have hidden,
Eso es lo que había hecho Acán.
that's exactly what Achan had done.
Escondió.
He hid.
Nadie se va a dar cuenta.
Oh no, nobody's going to know what I have done.
Nadie lo va a saber.
No, nobody's going to know what I did.
Está en mi tienda, debajo de su tienda.
No, it's underneath my tent.
Josué no va a venir a buscarlo.
No, Joshua's not going to come and look for it.
Los israelitas no se van a dar cuenta.
No, the Israelites will never notice what happened.
¿Cuántas cosas a veces nosotros no escondemos?
How many things don't we go ahead and hide?
Y las tenemos a veces quizás escondidas,
And sometimes we're hiding them.
pensando que nadie se va a dar cuenta.
And we think, nobody's ever going to know.
Pero preguntémonos,
But then ask yourself,
¿por qué vamos rebotando y rebotando a veces en la vida?
then why are we just bouncing around in life, around and around?
Pero ¿por qué vamos tropezando, como dice aquella canción, con la misma piedra?
So why are we just hitting and bumping against the same rock constantly?
Eso le pasó al pueblo de Israel.
So that's exactly what happened to the people of Israel.
Su fracaso frente a los de Ai
So then their defeat against the people of Ai,
fue un pecado escondido.
because there was a hidden sin.
Algo que Dios les dijo, no toquen.
Something that God said, don't touch.
Pero lo vio atractivo.
But then they saw that was so attractive.
El manto babilónico
No, this wonderful Babylonic robe.
es mi trofeo, lo tendré, lo sacaré cuando me hayan dado mi parcelita y ahí lo colgaré en la tienda de
No,
campaña.
this is my trophy. When I go ahead and have my tent, my space, I will hang it up. This will be my trophy.
Pero eso se le convirtió al pueblo de Israel una derrota.
But that turned out to be a defeat to the people of Israel.
Hay que tener cuidado.
You need to be very careful.
Si queremos conquistar en la vida,
If you want to be able to conquer in your personal life,
es bueno que saquemos nuestras cosas escondidas que a Dios no le agradan.
it's good to take out those things that you're hitting that God doesn't like.
Al final de cuentas, Dios lo sabe.
Even though God already knows it.
En esta historia Dios lo sabía.
You know, in this story, God already knew it.
Y Dios se apartó de ellos
So then God separated himself from them.
y los dejó solos en la batalla.
And he left them alone in the battle.
Y perdieron.
And they lost.
Y eso es lo que sucede con nuestra vida cuando nos enfrentamos creyendo que todo está bien, pensando que todo está... Ay, pastor,
And that's exactly what happens in our life. We think, no, everything's fine, Pastor, everything's okay. And you're facing life alone.
no hay problema.
No, Pastor, there's no problems.
No pasa nada.
No, Pastor, nothing's happening.
Cuidado,
Careful,
porque eso puede ser o puede representar una gran derrota
because that could be a representation of a great defeat.
en diferentes áreas de nuestra vida.
In different parts of areas in our personal life,
Vida financiera,
financial life,
vida de salud,
health-wise,
vida matrimonial,
in your own marriage,
vida familiar,
family quality of life,
vida emocional,
emotional life,
vida espiritual.
spiritual life.
Que no le sentimos el sabor, el deseo de servir a Dios.
That we don't have the desire, the want, and the earn to be able to serve God, the delightfulness.
Si usted no siente ese deseo, esa satisfacción de servir a Dios, revise.
You know, if you don't have the satisfaction, the need to serve God, check yourself out. Do a personal checkup.
Si usted siente esa pesadez, decir, oh, llegó el domingo, tengo que ir a la iglesia.
If Sunday comes along, you're like, oh man, I have to go to church.
Revise qué es lo que lo está deteniendo.
So go ahead and check what is holding you back.
Posiblemente no es el manto babilónico de Acán,
Maybe it's not the Babylonic robe of Achan,
pero puede ser otra cosa.
but it could be something else.
Eso llevó al pueblo de Israel a encontrarse con ese fracaso.
So this went ahead and took the people of Israel to confront their defeat.
Renunciemos a tales cosas que nos separan de Dios
Give up, let go of those things that separate you from God.
y saber
And know
que los que somos de Cristo
that those that belong to Christ,
hemos crucificado la carne de nuestras pasiones,
we have now crucified our passions on the cross.
que ya no vivimos conforme a nuestras pasiones desordenadas,
That we no longer live according to our disorderly functions or passions that we feel,
sino que vivimos de acuerdo a la voluntad de Dios,
but we live according to God's will.
siendo obedientes a Dios.
Always being obedient to God.
Y entonces encontraremos las verdaderas victorias que solamente Dios sabe darnos.
And then we will find the true victories that only God is able to give.
El poder de la victoria de la resurrección de Jesús
The power of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
son nuestra garantía.
This is our guarantee.
Mientras nosotros crucifiquemos la carne día tras día,
As we go ahead and crucify our flesh day in and day out,
seremos victoriosos.
then we will be victorious.
Seremos triunfadores.
Then we're going to be overachievers.